Your transmission should feel like a seamless part of your driving experience. But when it starts shifting roughly, or your speedometer begins acting like it has a mind of its own, you are likely dealing with a P0721 code. This specific diagnostic trouble code is all about the output speed sensor range and performance, and it is a signal that your transmission is essentially flying blind. You see, the output speed sensor acts as the eyes for your PCM, telling it exactly how fast the output shaft is spinning so it can decide when to trigger the shift solenoids and change gears. When this signal falls out of the expected range, your car might throw itself into what we call limp mode to protect the internal components, or you might notice a massive drop in your fuel economy. This is a generic OBD2 code that pops up on everything from BMWs and Volkswagens to Chevy and Ford trucks. One of the most common things I have seen is people panicking and thinking they need a whole new transmission when in reality, the issue might just be dirty or contaminated fluid or even a clogged filter interfering with the sensor. Before you start buying expensive parts, you should really check the condition of your transmission fluid, because if it is burnt or full of debris, it can easily mess with the sensor readings. You also want to give the wiring harness a good look to make sure no wires have been rubbing against the frame or getting burnt by the exhaust. If the wiring looks solid, the next step is to use a digital multimeter to perform a continuity check on the sensor circuit, making sure there are no opens or shorts. Remember to always do this with the power off so you do not accidentally fry any sensitive electronics. If everything else checks out and the sensor is getting the right voltage but giving back a garbled signal, replacing that output speed sensor is usually the ticket to getting your gear shifts back to being buttery smooth and reliable.